Good afternoon from Johnson City. Alright, I finally got the right phone. Well, they took Lori down for another CAT scan, so it's going to be an hour. Give or take a couple minutes. Yeah, hit me with the last thing you want to do. Love how people don't stop at stop signs. Especially when you're kind of a crosswalk. It's like, really? Wouldn't be my first rodeo with that one. Hang on, I get my keys out. Give me a minute. There. All right. Y'all want to know how people ask how I'm doing. First off, I had an incredibly generous offer from an email. I'm not good at replying to emails, so forgive me. But I want to thank you from the bottom of my heart. This video is going to be good and bad at the same time. I told if you don't want to know the answer, don't ask. The outpouring of support. I mean, I've had people ask me about helping get Ash back and forth to work. That is beyond phenomenal. You guys, I don't even know the words. I really don't. I'm gonna put it this way, and I mean this. I'm gonna try to let my emotions back up for a minute. I'll explain that shortly. You guys are my family. You guys are our family. And I mean that with everything I've got. And, okay, time to change this because I'm not about to get watery-eyed for nobody. That cannot and will not happen. Not yet. Alright. You've asked how I'm doing. Well, just a second ago, I should give you somewhat of an idea. Truth be told, I literally had to shut myself down. I function basically more or less like a robot. Sounds cold, callous, maybe sound that way, but hopefully this phone's got enough memory so I can explain it where it makes sense. Lori's probably one of the strongest people I've ever met in my lifetime. I mean, her pain tolerance could knock an elephant on his ass. I'm not even making that up. I've watched her in pain that I honestly don't even know the words for. Just a little while ago when I was out here, she was wincing in pain. Now you got to realize she's got a humongous hole where her butt literally used to be. Her butt is literally gone. It was surgically removed. Her rectum is out in wide open air. I'm not making this up. So everything's exposed. They've got they got packing gauze in there with something called Dankins, which is literally one ingredient away from household bleach. Her nurse told me that, and I'm like, no. And then I looked up, it's like, oh crap, he ain't kidding. So she's in an immense amount of pain. You got pain meds that literally make her delirious, argumentative, belligerent, everything that's not her. You got fear and running 7 ways from Sunday with her. Because let me tell you something, we've heard life-threatening more times than I want to think about. very complex case. I lost count on that one. Everything along them lines. Even today, they can't believe she's even alive. And that was from her new attending in this place. Because this infection should have already taken her out. So I've had to, and let me explain. I'm for the last, what is it, 17, 18 days. I'm literally at the hospital almost 24/7. Every other day I go back to the house, take a quick shower. And stuff like that. But if I'm not in the hospital, I'm out here in the car trying to give everybody updates and taking a couple minutes out to regroup. Because I'm watching the best part of my life fighting for a life. I mean, they sent her down here because I'm not sure if they want to amputate from her hip down. And when she's got blood flow, a pulse, feeling, normal thing for a leg. This infection is literally that bad. So if I've got to shut myself down, basically being like a robot with to keep my emotions blocked out, I will do it. It sucks. I'm not gonna lie, it really, pardon my French, fucking sucks. I'll give you a couple examples. Saturday, Friday morning, a surgeon, orthopedic up in Kingsport, came in. I wasn't awake, and he was going on and on and on. And then Saturday rolls around, they wanted to see about her scheduling her surgery, because that's where the last infection is at, is in her hip and her leg. And she was, I don't know the word, obstinate, stubborn, mean. She got mad at me and I hadn't said a word. I was just sitting in the chair listening to everybody. But she was determined she didn't care if she died or not. She was not going to have that damn surgery. She was just that determined. All about it. And then Saturday afternoon, over on her nurse, Cole, he went into this spiel and said, I really want to think about it. And all she looked at him and said, all I want to do is sleep. And pardon my French, was like fucking hell, you're going to sleep. We're getting this shit resolved now. I'm done. I can't take any more. You wanted the truth, you're getting it. And she finally agreed to surgery. I went and ran out and grabbed Cole, and he came back and verified it and put it in the computer. They hadn't done the surgery. They haven't done the surgery because that's why they transferred down here. Doctor thing thought it was out of his capabilities. Come to find last night, when they wanted to bring her down here, it turned into another battle zone. I see she's afraid the ambulance is going to drop her. Believe it or not, and I'm not making fun at all, so don't even think I am.
Is she turning around or is she taking the corner? Oh, she's turning around. Oh no, I'm going to have to take her.
You were already
Fear was overriding everything. Panic and fear. When she was in ICU, she admitted she was afraid she was going to die. Because she spent 2 days in ICU up in Holston Valley. So it's been rough. That's why I've literally closed myself off. The other day I went home and spent a couple hours and talked to Ash. Then I came back here. All back to Kingsport. I mean, she's. You got to realize that the Laudon, or I keep calling it called the Laudon pain shot. It literally makes you, the side effects, even if the kid surgeon, I call my kid surgeon, I couldn't even pronounce his name if I had to. He's only like 30, 31. He's the one that told me, he said, this is going to be the side effects of this shot. He said, but it's a necessary evil. Which he's right, it is. I just found out they've been giving her that every 4 hours, and then in between, it's like every 4 hours, they just gave her the Laud shot at 2:34. Somewhere within the next 4 hours, they'll give her, I don't know if it's oxycodone, oxycontin, I don't know, one of them. And I just found out they increased that to, the other day was at 5 milligrams. Then another doctor came in and was talking about putting her on MS-Contin, which is long-lasting morphine. And then when he found out what she's on, he says, no, we can't do that. We got to build you up to that. So they increased her to 10 milligrams of dioxys. I just found out they just increased her to 15. So she's on heavy narcotics. See, I've got myself boxed up, locked up. I've got to. I try to keep, I've got to keep my emotions out of it. Because if I don't, I'm just going to lose it. Which is precisely why I haven't called my dad. Him and I are not close at all. But I can remember, was it 15 years ago? When Cody got burnt, I called him on a Saturday, and that was all, yep. I cried like you wouldn't believe. So I've voice texting him what's going on and why I haven't called him. Because I will not allow myself to break down like that. Not yet, I can't. Because I'm watching the Lori fight for her life, and I'll tell you what. I've got the paperwork in this glove box that I can't keep. I've got to keep my emotions bottled up and locked up. Because if something happens, I've got to make the calls. So if it sounds like I'm cold and heartless right now, I have a reason. But let me tell you something, when this is all over, I'm going to box out my emotions so fast and nobody will even know what hit them. Just like Laura keeps saying she wants a cigarette. I keep saying, honey, you haven't had one in over 3 weeks. And I've told the kids already, when she's out of it, when she's done with us, I'm putting these stupid things down. I'm going to quit with her. But until then, I'm not even thinking about that. I don't know. But I think right now everything from what I want to say, I don't even know how to put into words. She's the love of my life. And that's literally an understatement. Have I been a screw up over the years? Yep. But she's been stuck by me so every step of the way. When we first got together, I never made it easy. because I had been married before, been through a bunch of BS. So I never made it easy. And she never gave up. I think that's why I love that woman so much. Because through hell and back, when we've had everything thrown at us, including the kitchen sink in the house with it. And we stood side by side and walked through hell and back. So like I was telling Ash the other day, one of my normal ways to cope with stress back in the day was literally jump in the truck and just roll, grind them gears and not think. I don't have that option, nor do I want it. My option now is pick her up as much as I can and carry her and fight with everything I've got. Like I was telling you the other day, right now I feel like I've literally got the world on my back. And some days my legs want to buckle. But then I go outside or whatever and try to regroup and straighten back up. So that's how I'm doing. Now, beginning of this video, I've made a comment about family. Now buckle up, because this ain't going to be pretty. And first and foremost, everybody watching this is part of our family. Straight up. Because I've seen family members, blood family members on both sides, hers and mine, know what's going on, and it's crickets. I talked to one of her brothers, and he's so effed up on crack, because he's literally a crackhead. Next time I see that boy, yep, I'm not gonna have a little Nancy, you don't like it, and trust me, Jesse, you can't handle it. I've seen one of her sisters, haven't heard a word from her. I've seen one of my second oldest sister and my second oldest brother. They know what's going on. I mean, I've kept everybody up to date on Facebook. Not a word from him. I've seen my oldest brother. I sent him a text and everything else. Not a word. So besides everybody here, on here, as far as I'm concerned, my family is Holly in Canada, Holly in North Carolina, Montana and his wife, and they've asked me repeatedly, do I want them to come down? Which eventually is going to turn into a yes. I keep telling them no right now, because I know they got their plates full. Sean and Taylor, Ashley, Lori's ex-husband and his wife. That's the family. And Lori's mother, but she lives with us, so she don't have a choice. So now does it make sense why I told you didn't want to know? Or how I worded it on the thing? It's not an easy. Not easy. And I've gone back and forth about doing this, I don't know how many times. And I finally just got to the point, you know what? I'm just going to do it. And I was sitting upstairs a little while ago and thinking, how many times people do... I don't know how to word that right. one of our doctors yesterday, I think it was just the day before I saw him, he said he doesn't see why she won't survive it. The attending I talked to today, who was probably closer to my age, and the kid, the one I saw the other day, considering he's younger than Cody, they're all saying they're not sure. So it's a battle. It really is. I know one of the other reasons they brought it down here is, I'm not sure why, but she's going to need plastic surgery. I don't know if she, and then I was going to, hang on. I'm putting this on pause, man.